It's because of her hard work, her drive, her determination every single day. So I'd like to turn it over to Cynthia Evans.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mark. And I love you too. We all love you. I don't have any slides. So I'm kind of like going by the seat of my pants here and had so many great speakers in front of me that I don't want to duplicate what they've said, but they put Mark and I back to back because this is such an important topic and we've been talking about it a lot. The only way to maximize this compensation plan is to lead with both products and peptides. Okay. It's not one or the other, it's both. And first of all, you guys know I lead with the opportunity first. If you truly want to maximize all levels of this compensation plan, you're going to lead with the opportunity. Never in a million years did I dream that I could walk away from my legal practice. Think about that. I went to school for all those years. I owned a law firm for all those years and walked away from it because of the massive income that you can build here. Massive income. Now, hear me out. I love XMD, and everyone across the nation is jumping on peptides right and left, and it's amazing. However, you're missing out on half of the population if that's all you do, and you're missing out on half of our compensation plan if that's all you do. Okay? So let's talk about it. Mark showed you the numbers that you can make simply by adding the support stack in there. That's only a 3 product support stack. Imagine if you added more, Fuel Your Glow, or whatever they really need in their life. Imagine if you added more. He talked about the simple fact that all we need to do is get 20% of your enrollments on your front line duplicating. Oh, that's easy to see on a piece of paper, but how do we do it? So both sides of this compensation plan, you want them both to pay out to you. So let's make that happen. The XMD pays down 4 levels and your products are going to pay down 8. The reason I joined this business is because I wanted income without overhead and I wanted lay in bed money. That's what I call it. You could call it retirement, you can call it vacation money, you can call it whatever you want. But most of the people in the world, they do not have enough money for retirement and they're going to work forever. We can literally change their lives and help them retire younger. I want you to think about this math. If you had 5 people, like just using Oliver's numbers at the beginning, he said 25 people on terzepatide will get you to manager. Guess what? 5 people on terzepatide plus Fuel Your Glow Pack gets you to manager. 5. Would you rather do the work to get 5 people or 25 people? You're going to do the same work anyway. All you have to do is explain to them, hey, guess what? It is possible. Some of these things that can happen with people being on peptides is that up to 40% of their weight loss could be muscle. I don't want that to happen to you. Something else that could happen is that your gut could slow down and you could be constipated and things like that. I don't want that to happen. Things that could happen is that you could lose some hair and different things like that. These things could happen. They know that, they see it, and you see other companies out there marketing to it. Vitamins for hair. Hey, are you on a GLP-1? Get my hair vitamin. Hey, are you on a GLP-1? You need this. Number one, it's a myth. If you are one of those people, I want to debunk some of your myths. If you are sitting there thinking that nobody wants to buy products anymore, they only want peptides, let me just debunk that myth right now. They are buying supplements. They're buying protein, they're buying hair vitamins, they're buying things to help them with their peptides. Also, there's people out there that will never get on a shot. They won't. Doesn't matter what you say. Maybe they only want something natural and they don't want to do anything that's related to big pharma. You've got different populations out there and you can't just cater to one of them. It's like even before we came out with our peptides, I always told people when they make their posts to make sure you're not just posting about products. So you had to post about the opportunity too in a separate post, because if you post about only products, you're going to turn off the people who want to make money. If you post only about the business, then you're going to turn off the people who want to buy products and don't care anything about the business. If you don't post about travel, you'll never get that community either. I always told people, don't put it all in one. Don't post about business, products, and everything all together, because if someone truly thinks that they aren't a salesperson, they're not going to want it. Same thing here. When you make your posts in your social media, make them separately for the different things. Make posts and show yourself out there with just products so they don't think all you're doing is peptides. By the same token, make posts only about peptides as well so that they can see you have them. Then don't forget that population out there that they're already on one, because over 9 million people are. They're already on them. Maybe they get them for free through their provider, which a lot of people here in West Virginia get theirs for free, and they are never going to switch over to XMD. So you have got to reach that population as well. You got to be able to say, hey, I know you're on one. Tell me what's going on. How do you like it? What kind of results are you getting or not getting? Are you having any side effects? And that's when you're going to be talking about the support stacks, all of those things. Then for the people also that don't want anything to do with them, they want something natural. They still are getting peptides. So I loved that Mark brought up Melissa in her event that she had, because Melissa and I talked too. And she had some really good things that she said at the event to get the results and the person ordering what she truly needed, not what Melissa put in front of her, but what she truly needed. These are things that we've always done, but somewhere along the way, with slinging links out there and more affiliate models taking over, and people thinking that, all I have to do is throw out a link and that's going to take care of it, and they're going to last forever and they're going to be there forever without building relationships. No, that doesn't happen. Okay. So it doesn't happen. You might make a one-time sale or churn and burn, but that's not long-term residual money. Your residual lay-in-bed money is going to come from having all 8 levels of this compensation plan paid out to you. Nobody has the energy to be a churn and burn affiliate marketer 24/7 every day. They just don't. And people don't have the average person on your team does not have the social media following for that. So let's talk about what we do. We build relationships. We talk to them so they can get the best results. We find out their goal first. So whether it's joining for the opportunity, which I said I always lead with, or it's joining for the products or XMD, what are your goals? So if you don't know their why, you've lost them from the beginning. What are their goals? And then even if they say, I want to drop 20 pounds, why? Why? What will change in your life if you drop that 20 pounds? I just became a grandmother. I'll be able to chase my grandson around or whatever. So the minute that they back up because they think they can't afford something, you're going to remind them of that goal. Just like Mark was talking about, Melissa said, okay, I want you to rank your goals in order from the most important one to the least important one. Okay, so that person can do that. And they can say, well, they're really all important to me. If they say, these are the most important, this one I can give up, that's fine. Then you could maybe take some of those products out. Most people don't want to give up their goal. They don't want to give up. Not one thing is more important to the other. They all feed off each other. So then you're going to show them how they're going to do it. You're going to say to them, just flat out say it. You're going to pay for your health one way or the other. You're going to pay for your health one way or the other. So your health is literally the only thing that you can't live without. I mean, that's the truth. It's truly the only thing that they can't live without. Why would they prioritize other things in their life as being more important? They spend more than that on a cell phone. They spend more than that on Botox. They spend more than that on some purse. What is the purse going to do for them? Nothing. They tell you they don't have the money, but then they go on extravagant vacations and do all these things. That's not a money problem. It's a priority problem. You've got to make them realize that they are more important than the excuses they are giving. They are more important than their cell phone. They are more important than that purse that they bought. They are more important than all of it. So rank their goals and then show them, let's just do it, or Hey, if they say, well, I don't want to do that, I'm not here for business, whatever, that's fine. Okay. But did you know we have Klarna? You can split this into 4 payments. That's going to come down to like $30 a month. I mean, you think you can afford that? I know you can because you probably spend that at Starbucks or whatever. So a lot of people forget that we have Klarna. Now, you do have to do it on the one-time order, not subscription, to get the Klarna to work. But oh my gosh, they could get started. They're going to have great results. Or you can say this to them: I understand money is an issue. It's a big deal for everybody, but your health's more important than that. So let me help you, show you how you can get yours for free. Okay. So I know that most people lay in bed at night praying about the things that are wrong, that they want to fix. For some people, their biggest prayer isn't even about their health, it's about money. So there's people out there that are upset over how they look, how they feel, and how much money they're making or not making. They're obsessed with money because you're not obsessed with money unless you're thinking about it 24 hours a day because you can't afford the things around you. There's a lot of people right now obsessed with money, and we need to help them. Who do you know in your life that you love that's suffering from anything? If you are feeling like you want to lose weight, you told me all these goals you have, I'm sure you know 5 to 10 other people that feel just like you. Who can we help today? Because truly, if I had a friend or a family member that knew of something that would help my goal and they didn't tell me about it, I would be so upset. I would feel like they didn't even love me. And I'm sure you're going to feel like that if you had a solution to someone you love in their life and you don't help them, you're going to feel horrible about that too. Who can we help? I know you don't want to sell anything. I'm not asking you to do that. But who do you love that we can help? Here's an example. I helped my mother and my sister not have any migraine headaches, and they haven't had any for 16 years now. I helped my mother get off her nighttime insulin because of these products. Who do you love that you could help? And you don't even have to know what to say. I'll talk to them for you. This is how you get people to realize what they have in their hand is not a selling cycle, it's a helping blessing. It's a blessing to help people. But we definitely want to talk about those things. I don't want to repeat stuff Mark talked about. Let me see here. Like I said, you're going to pay for your health one way or the other. So make sure you're doing it. So in closing, we're not talking about just one of these things. We're going to talk about products, peptides, and the business. If you're not doing that, then you're making the decision for people, and that's not our job. It's not our job to make their decisions. You got to present every option. You got to be transparent. You got to let them choose. And yes, it's going to take effort. Yes, it's going to take conversations. Yes, it's going to take relationships, but that's how results are going to happen. That's how duplication happens, and that's how residuals happen. And that's how the compensation plan will pay you fully, not just 4 levels. So you can absolutely build this business in pieces and earn in pieces. Or you can choose to build the entire compensation plan the way it was intended and create the kind of residual income that people came here for. So I hope you guys go blow it up with everything out there.